Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Super Shrews, and we have been doing well. As you can tell, first in the league, 35 points, 2 points clear of Portsmouth and 3 points clear of Bury and Oxford. So that's all good. 11 games won, 2 games drawn and 3 games lost, and I like how those little stats, individual stats, come up there. But we'll have a look at the fixtures in more detail in a minute. First, let's go and have a look at some transfers we made. In the last episode I showed you guys Ben Davies, Jermaine Easter and Ibu Touré, who we signed. All 3 of those were loan deals. And we brought in Stephen Foster, who I already showed you guys as well. I told you guys I was thinking about offering him a contract. I have offered him a contract, so he joined us on a free. With great experience, still a really good player, 4-star current ability rating, and yeah, I think he's important to have some experience in the team and just yeah, pass on his knowledge to the next generation, I guess, and we'll get 1 or 2 good years out of him as well. So yeah, I think that's a good signing. It wasn't really necessary. We do have a decent defense and decent backup for that defense, but I really just couldn't let him hang around that free transfer list, and I had to snap him up. So yeah. Another one, Luke Williams on a loan deal. Again, I don't really think we needed an additional striker, but I like the fact that he gives me different options. He's the kind of striker that I really like to have teamed up with a target man, which I am using. I have a target man in my tactics, as you guys saw in the last episode. He's got great dribbling stats, great first touch. Like I say, he's pretty pacey. And he's been playing fairly well for us. He scored 5 goals in 6 appearances. Only problem is he scored all 5 of these goals in his 3 first appearances, and he hasn't scored in the next 3. So yeah, a bit double, a bit inconsistent. But I'm hoping he can start scoring again soon. Yeah, like I say, he just gives me some more options in the attacking front of the game, and part of the reason why I signed him was because Jermaine Easter wasn't really performing too well, and I saw him, I was scouting him for a while already, and I thought, why not? He's available for loan deal, why not bring him in? And that's what we did. So this is what our results look like. Lots of green dots, that's good. A few red ones, but yeah. So this is what our results look like. Lots of green dots, so that's good. We started off the season with a 4-0 away win at Wimbledon, which I was delighted with. We got Liam Lawrence, James Wesolowski and James Collins, and then Jean-Louis Akpa-Akpro on the score sheet. A great way to start the season, and I think I was a bit complacent for the next game because we lost 1-2 against Sheffield Wednesday. I did change things around a bit, so maybe that was my bad. But then again, Sheffield Wednesday aren't that bad. They're a League One team, and it was an away game, so 1-2 with the only goal coming from Aaron Wildick. I guess I can live with that. It's just the Capital One Cup. The league has my priority, definitely, so I don't really care that much about the cups. Yeah, so in the league, 1-0 victory over Tranmere at home, with the only goal coming from Andy Robinson. Then a 3-2 victory over Accrington. We made it a bit too difficult for ourselves here. We shouldn't have conceded those goals, but what are you gonna do? As long as we score more than they do, I'm not too not too bothered by that. 2 goals from Jermaine Easter and 1 from James Collins in that game. We then went on to win 6-1 against Northampton away. That was a massive result. I was really buzzing, falling in love with the team already. Just the way we were playing was, it was beautiful. 1 goal from Connor Goldson, his first for the club, I think. 3 hat-trick for Jermaine Easter. 1 for Andy Robinson and 1 for James Collins, who has been our most consistent striker. I would say our best striker so far this season. So you'll see him name pop up quite a few times in the games here. Right, so then we went on to win 2-0 against Luton at home with 2 goals from James Collins. As I said, he's going to pop up quite often. Then we lost on penalties against Morecambe in the Johnston Spain Trophy. Like I say, I'm not that bothered by the cups, but this one, I don't know. I would have liked to, move past the first round at least. This was the only cup that I deemed winnable, and to lose it this early on against Morecambe, who were just a Vanarama Conference team, we should have done better than that. And I think in part it's again the complacency thing. We got a goal from James Collins, but 3 minutes after they equalised, and we took it to penalties, and after a long series of penalties that went in, we just missed one, and that was it. So a bit gutted, but like I say, the league has got to be my priority, and it is. So right, moving on, Hartlepool, a 1-0 win away from home. Again, James Collins on the score sheet. Stevenage, 1-1 draw. First loss of points in the league. But again, James Collins on the score sheet. Sorry guys, my phone went off. But yeah, we then. Sorry guys, my phone went off. But yeah, sorry guys, my phone went off. But yeah, we then went on to win 3-1 against Carlisle. 2 goals from James Collins, 1 from Jordan Clark, his first for the club, I think. And then we randomly lost 1-2 against Newport County, with a goal from Jermaine Easter and sending off for Andy Robinson. Yeah, I think Andy Robinson getting a red card didn't really help us, but we were playing fairly poorly up until that point already. So I don't know, something just didn't work in that game, and we were pretty poor. Maybe complacency. I don't know. I don't have the answers, people. But yeah, we then went on to lose another game, 3-1 against Southend, and then after that game, I really had something to think about, because again we were really poor. And even though 2 games isn't a losing streak just yet, I felt something wrong. Something just didn't sit well with me. The way we were playing in those 2 games, it couldn't have been just complacency. So I had a little bit of a tactical rethink, particularly for the away games, and I applied it to the next away game, which was against Plymouth, who were at the time, I think, 4th, something like that, in the league, and we were 1st, so a pretty big game, and we won it 4-2. Great result, great performance as well. David McAllister getting on the score sheet, as well as Luke Williams, our new guy, Liam Lawrence, and James Wesolowski. I think, maybe signing Luke Williams had something to do with it, but for the most part, I attribute this to the tactical rethink, and the 2 goals that we conceded really shouldn't have happened. But still, it's an away game, so it's not the end of the world to concede some goals, as long as you score more. yeah, I'll have a look at that tactical rethink with you guys in a minute, but first let's move on to the next game, which we won 2-0 against Cheltenham at home. A goal from Luke Williams and an own goal from Paul McLaren. 6-3 win over York was next. Again, a great result in an away game, just like that 6-1 victory against Northampton and the 4-2 against Plymouth. So we are pretty decent away. That first win against Wimbledon, 4-0, was away as well. So yeah, we're a bit of an away team, I suppose. Goals from Andy Robinson, a hat-trick from Luke Williams, one from Liam Lawrence and another one from James Collins. Good stuff. Then we lost again, 2-0 against Bury at home. Yeah, we were really shattered by them. We were nowhere. Nothing seemed to work. We only, I don't know, click wrong. I don't know how many shots we had, but it wasn't much. No, 5 shots, only 1 on target. Granted, Bury didn't have that many shots either, but I don't know, they just completely neutralized us, and we couldn't create anything in that game. So that was quite worrying for me. And in the next game against Portsmouth, yes, we did nick a draw thanks to a goal from Connor Goldson, but we didn't really deserve. Well, I guess we deserved the draw, but we definitely didn't deserve to win that game. And you know, Portsmouth, we should be able to win that game, I think. So I was a bit disappointed by that. But in the next game, we sort of made up for it. Our play wasn't that great, but we did win 2-1. Then Davies and James Collins on the score sheet. And, you know, just that gave me some hope that we would start to go up again. Not that this is an awful streak, but, you know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and if we're not winning all the games, then we're doing something wrong. That's my opinion. Yeah, so Kidderminster in the FA Cup, we just had that game. 3-0 can't talk now. 3-0 victory. Yeah, overall good performance, but again we needed the sending off. Well, again, I say again, but it's the first time it's happened, I think. But we needed that red card to occur before we could really dominate the game. We got the 1-0 sort of. Yeah, that was luck, pretty much. We didn't really have much to do with that. It was really poor defending. But after the sending off, we did start to dominate, so that was good. But I would have liked to see us dominate the game before the red card. Jermaine Easter and James Collins were on the score sheet for that one. Right, so yeah, pretty decent run, I think. Some random losses here and there, but I'm hoping to pick it up where we left off last time, and go on to win most of these games, basically. Before I leave you guys, let's take a look at that tactical rethink that I did. Yeah, that's it pretty much. You know, this formation from last time, with the 3 central midfielders and the 1 attacking midfielder, I pretty much just shifted him down to a defensive midfielder, and then played with the roles a little bit. So these wing backs become complete wing backs. The attacking midfielder obviously becomes a ball winning midfielder, with defend duty, and the ball winning midfielders that I had here have become box to box midfielders, whereas the box to box midfielder in the center of midfield, really the center of the center of the center, has become an attacking advanced playmaker with an attacking duty. That's pretty much it. And then I've changed the mentality to counter and changed some of these instructions. I'm not quite sure how well these instructions match with the rest of the tactics of the formation and the mentality. They do seem to work, so I'm not going to change them just yet. But if I do notice some things going wrong, I will tweak these, obviously. In particular, I think use offside trap and push higher up is a bit contrasting to using the counter mentality in my eyes, but it's working, so usually I'll also put this on more direct passing, but that doesn't really seem to work, so I haven't picked this one. Yeah, it seems to be working. That's all I can say, really. Yeah, so yeah, so that's gonna be it for now, I think. I'll quickly show you guys the league table again. Yeah, we're doing well. 10 points clear of the last playoff spot. Obviously everything is still possible, but if we continue this form, yeah, I think we'll probably be one of the clubs contending at least for immediate promotion, and that's all good. That is all good. Right, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. If you did like it, click that like button. Subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.